Let's get it. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm talking about Kody Brown and his little presentation of once we're together, nothing will tear us asunder. I thought it was hilarious that he was doing that, and I thought it was very revealing because at the end of the day, I have something I want to say, an observation I've always had about this show, and I'm going to reveal it during this video. Now, before I get into it, I would just simply say, guys, I wanted to recognize, I'm wearing purple today as a request from Vixen, one of the subscribers, longtime subscriber. She asked me to wear purple to recognize or support Epilepsy Awareness Month in November. That's what I'm doing, and I'm wearing it for her, and I'm wearing it for the folks who suffer from epilepsy to bring awareness to this very serious condition. There's a lot of people who suffer from this. It not only affects the individuals who have it, but affects the people around them and the people who love them. So I want to support them and just say, I'm with you, my heart goes out to you, and I hope you guys are doing well. Now, before we get into this video, got to do the YouTube stuff. If you guys are enjoying my content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Not just because it boosts me in the algorithms or whatever the hell that does. I'm not quite sure how it works. I'm just told that that's the way it works. I care about that, but I don't care about that. My first priority is I want to know that you guys are enjoying my content. So go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are liking what I'm doing. If you think that I can improve something or I can do something a little better, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know what I can do to make it better and what you guys would like to see. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? It's easy to do. It might not be a big thing to you, but it's huge to me, and it helps me out. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and hey, who doesn't want to help a brother out? So go ahead and give me that HBO special, which stands for Help a Brother Out Special, by clicking that subscribe button, ringing the bell for notifications, and you'll be notified when I upload content just like this, as well as when I go live. Now, speaking of live, you know this week's episode is going to be all the way live. So I'm going to be doing the after party, watch party, after the show is aired. And after everything is done, as soon as it's over, about 5 minutes later, I'm coming into my studio and we're going to start recording. We're going live and we're going to talk about it because it's going to be off the chain. And I know I'm going to have a lot of stuff to say. So without any further ado, let's get it. Now, let's talk about Kody and his foolishness. Now, one of the things that really hit me, if you ask somebody, hey, what is the Sister Wives program really about? What are they trying to show us when they aired Sister Wives and put it on television? And you would think to yourself, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 women and a guy, and they're all supposed to be married, and they're in a family together, a bunch of kids everywhere, just kids falling all out of place. How do they do dinners or travel places? I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, I guess that would be a TV show. I guess, you know what? I'll go ahead and say the Sister Wives is about 4 women trying to navigate the very crazy situation of dealing with a polygamous family and dealing with one another, as well as how they deal with their husband, as well as how they tell the rest of the world when they're coming out telling the world that they're actually polygamous. What do you think, Chuck? Is that the right answer? Sister Wives as a show has always been about Robyn and Kody. It's been specifically about the Robyn and Kody love story. Sorry, folks. That's what it's been about. Now, I know some of you guys are sitting there thinking to yourself, what? That can't possibly be right. That can't be what this show's about, because I only like Janelle, Christine, and maybe Mary. The other 2, I can't stand them. They couldn't have possibly made this show about them. But if you go back to season 1, episode 1, and take a look at this show from the beginning, like I did this summer, because I didn't start watching Sister Wives until season 16. And I thought for a long time that this show's about the 4 women and how they deal with each other and blah, blah, blah. But then after watching season 1, episode 1, I slowly started to realize, I kind of had a hint and a suspicion, but I slowly started realizing, or not even slowly started realizing, by episode 2 I knew for sure, that this show is actually about the love story between Kody Brown and Robyn Brown. They were enamored with them for some reason. Because everything that they had with regard to even like the confessionals early on was always about involving Robyn. Even when they were talking about times and situations and occurrences that happened well before Robyn even came into the family. I distinctly remember, especially early on, there was one time where Mary and Robyn were sitting on the couch having a discussion about Christine coming into the family. Robyn had no idea. I think Robyn might even been in grade school when the two of them got together. Christine and Kody got together, like, or maybe high school or something. Like, there's an age gap. Like, she wasn't around. She certainly wasn't there in the house. She had no idea what was going on with them. But she was constantly there. She's constantly commenting. They're constantly putting her in a situation where she's talking about things or giving her opinion on things that there's no way in the world that she could have an accurate assessment of. But they've always done that. And they use those three women, the OG3, to validate the love of Robyn and Kody. That was the whole purpose of the OG3 being on the show. Was for them to sit there on that couch and say that it's okay for Kody to be in love with Robyn. And we're okay with it. We're good with it. Even when the occasional time when Christine might have bucked up and said something about not necessarily being comfortable with Robyn being around or entering into the family. One time she came out and said that she thought that Robyn was stealing Kody away from the family and it was going to ruin the family. Very predictive. This was early on. I think it was like episode 2, maybe 3. Christina did that, and then she turned right around and said that Robyn was great. Robyn was wonderful. She's the most understanding, kind person that she ever met. When she was after she had her baby, and Robyn got a lot of pushback because when Christine was in labor in the hospital having the baby, Kody was over at Robyn's house trying to suck face with her, and over at Robyn's house trying to do his thing with Robyn. And he got a wife in the hospital, legs kicked up, ready to push a kid out. But hey, this is the love story between Robyn and Kody. That's what this show is about. It's always been about that. And so now we've reached season 18, and Kody is finally admitting that this show is about him and Robyn. That their love story, the person that he truly loves, the person he wants to be with, he's finally found his set of nuts to admit the thing that we've always known. He's always been infatuated with Robyn. And I'm not saying that love was pure, that love was genuine. What I'm saying is that Robyn gives him the things that he wants and gives him the things that he needs. When he protects Robyn, he's not protecting Robyn per se. He's protecting the things that Robyn does for him. You say, well, James, what does Robyn do for him? She doing the freaky deek. She the freak in the sheets. She throwing that pencil box on him. She working that pencil box magic. No, that's not what it's all about. I mean, I guess in a low brow, it could be about the freak in the sheets thing, But the truth of the matter is that she gives him so much more, because in addition to that sexuality, she also provides him with the validation that he so desperately wants. Because remember, if you look at it from her perspective, I'm quick to say, when she came into the marriage, she had 3 kids. She's a divorcee, broke as hell, in debt up to her eyeballs, crazy debt, crazy debt. Right? No way in the world she's paying this debt off by herself. And then by the time she gets with Kody Brown, she finds herself on a national television show. She finds herself in a situation where she can not only buy her first home, but she can have her first home built. Then she just goes up from there. She gets married to Kody. Then all of a sudden they move out to Arizona. She's doing like living in this big, huge house. She's going on like trips. She's going on vacations. She's doing all this high fancy stuff. She starts a business financed by the other OG3. She's got a lot of things going for her. Finally, they get out to Arizona. Now all of a sudden, not only is she a homeowner of a big old house, so she's winning there, $1 million home, but she also has her name on at least, 15, 20 acres, almost actually close to 25 acres if you include the house that she lives in, the property that she owns next door to the house that she lives in, plus Coyote Pass. She's sitting on top of about 25 acres worth of real estate. That's huge for somebody who was in her situation. So she's been winning this whole time. And we all focus on that. But let's focus on the other side of that equation. Let's look at Kody. You know, Mr.
I was a polygamist. It's all ego, baby.
You know, he's sitting there and he's been winning since he got with her as well. Open chapter 1 from the Mormonism Live interview. What did he say? When I got with Robyn, you know, she's the former jeans model, diesel jeans model. And like she had a bunch of guys who were trying to court her. And she decided to go with me. Your chick chose me, dude. Right? So now all of a sudden you have this woman who's highly sought after, this former model who's been on television. People get pissed when I say that. They're like, she wasn't no damn model. And she wasn't on like one show. And she wasn't even on the show. And I'm not even 100% sure what, you know, how true that is, but it's funny as hell to me. And I can see it. It's possible because I understand how a lot of these shows work, right, from my personal experience. So I get that. I get it. It's funny as hell. But he projects it that she was like this fashion model, essentially, who was on television. She had all these wealthy dudes walking around and all these singles, you know, bachelors, eligible bachelors coming out trying to get her. And he was able to pull her out from under all these dudes, right? Now, when I hear that kind of story, I always ask myself, when these guys talk about, you know, man, you should have seen all the women I had like hundreds of women. I had thousands of women. There's a guy on 90 Day Fiance called Sarper. He said he had like 1,900 women, sexual experiences with all these women. I'm like, for one, if you only doing one at a time, these women will only give you an opportunity once. That says a lot about you, bro. No repeat business. Like, you might be able to trick somebody into doing it once, but, you know, if it ain't worth the ride, you don't go back twice. That says a lot. 2, you never take into account when you hear these high quantity numbers, you never take into account the quality of people that they're talking about. I say that about Sarper, and I'm looking right at Robyn when I say that about her. They always talk about all these guys who are trying to court and date Robyn, but they never talk about the quality of men that were trying to date Robyn. Now, if you had, like, for instance, if you had 3 hobos hanging out in front of the church and they standing around a trash can talking about, hey, girl, look at them ham hocks. Come over here and talk to me for a minute. Did it hurt when you fall out of heaven and all that craziness? And Robyn passes them by and she gets into Kody's luxury convertible car. And all of a sudden she says in the car, you know, I fell in love with him in the car. That's where I decided I was going to be with him. You know, it's kind of like an IG model who's standing on a yacht and all of a sudden she realized she's in love with the dude who owns the yacht. Of course, right? It makes sense. So we have to start talking about the quality. But for Kody, she was a former diesel jean model. She had all these eligible bachelors who were chasing her around. She chose him. Then all of a sudden he gets put on a television show. And because she's so amazing, so wonderful, and telling him that he's a hero and a great guy because he's providing this lifestyle for her, and she's telling him that he's come into her life and saved her life and made her a wonderful person, an honest person, and this great person because he has all these things that he's giving her, hyping them up and making them feel better. Then all of a sudden they get the show is taking off and is getting renewed for season after season. They're getting some money in the bank where they were struggling before with his other 3 wives, and now he's got this new wife, and all of a sudden he's winning. He comes out to Vegas. He doesn't just get 1 house built. He gets 2 houses built. This dude gets 4 homes built. 4 houses built in Las Vegas. He feel like he the king of the mountain. Not only did he get 4 houses built in Las Vegas, but he built the whole cul-de-sac. He's got his own street. So he feel like he winning. Then he comes out to Arizona, and like Robyn, because we have to always keep in mind, I know the show talks about this being Robyn's house. This is Robyn's house. When over at Robyn's house, everything is Robyn's house. That's Kody and Robyn's house. Every piece of property that Kody's name appears on, Robyn's name is on that property because they were married when everything was bought out there in Arizona. Like, same. Every piece of property that Robyn's name appears on, Kody also owns. So when we talk about Robyn's house, that's Kody and Robyn's house. That's Kody's house. So Kody is winning. And he's been winning since he got with this woman. So yes, he feels like she's the reason why he's winning. She's not just a wife, she's a lucky rabbit's foot. He feels like he's winning because of her. And when these people like his, his family, these strangers coming and trying to break his relationship up. When his family is coming in questioning his love and his relationship with Robyn, he feels like he's defending who he is. He's not just defending Robyn, he's defending himself. He's defending the image that Robyn puts forward for him. That's what he's defending, and that's what he refuses to separate out. The OG3 kids, they all look at Kody and say, Dad, you weren't never around for me. You weren't there for me. You are kind of a questionable father, or you were a shitty father. Robyn is sitting there saying, Kody, you're the best husband ever. You're the best dad ever. These other people have no idea what they're talking about. And he loves that. And what he's defending isn't just Robyn or his love for Robyn. He's defending himself and his image. He's also, and I've been saying this in the last few episodes, I think I've been saying it for a while. I know I've been thinking it for a while. What he's trying to do is he's trying to recondition his image because TLC, the Sister Wives franchise, is coming to a close, whether we like it or not. The Sister Wives franchise is coming to a close. They're running out of story to tell. I mean, currently, as it stands, we're about 2 years, maybe almost 3 years behind what's going on, current events. Christine, according to the show, she hasn't even met David Woolley yet. They've been married for a few months now. Gwendolyn is still, I don't even know if she's dating her current wife because they're so far behind, right? And they're coming to a close because the hot stuff that everybody wants to see, the things that everybody's tuning in for, those things have already happened. So now they're trying to figure out what direction they're going to go in next. So Kody is desperately trying to redefine himself. And by him saying that the family is trying to break his relationship up, what he's trying to tap into is, and they've been trying to tap into this for a while, but he's actually becoming more aggressive with it. He's trying to tap into the whole idea of the forbidden love. He wants to tap into the idea that the fan base is the Montagues and the family is the Capulets, and he and Robyn are the star-crossed lovers who love each other and nobody understands. They have this love that nobody can understand when everybody understands it. You're an older dude who was married to more established people who you came up with. Once you got yourself established, you found somebody who wanted to be with you because you were established and linked onto you because you had things and you seemed as though you had your whole life together, and they latched onto you. So you decided to go with that new booty, that young booty, that fresh booty, and dump your older lady, your older lady. Goodness gracious, your wives or your wife. So you did that. You left this story is old as time. You left your current wife for somebody you thought was younger and better. Okay? Now that you've done that, why should I want to watch that show? What makes that show interesting? You guys are not honest about what you have going on. I can go back and watch the show where you'll say contradictory things about the same set of circumstances. And it's always like a lie or some kind of deception involved. Your wife has already admitted that she tries to manipulate people and people's impressions of her. So why would I want to watch a reality show about you trying to manipulate me? And technically, you're trying to manipulate me in ways that the showrunners and the editors aren't necessarily on board with, which is why they keep taking your two examples of you saying contradictory things and putting them together. For instance, Kody came out and said the thing about we're going to be together, we're going to stay together. And then at the same time, they put that right next to Robyn basically saying there are three parties involved. Kody, me, and the kids. There's a dispute. And I just want to let the kids know that I'm a good person and I'm not the problem. Which basically means Robyn is saying that Kody is the problem. It's not hard. So, Mr. We're not going to be torn apart. Your wife is tearing you apart. Your wife is separating you. So what are you talking about? Now, I know some people are going to disagree with me about the show being about Robyn and Kody because they don't like Robyn and Kody. I get that. But folks, if we look at the show and how many breaks they've given Robyn and Kody, it makes sense. When you look at the tell-alls, and there's been time and time again where they could pull up tape, they could pull up evidence, they could pull up previous statements, scenarios, scenes, etc., where they can show that what they're saying during the tell-alls is not true, or that they have contradictory statements throughout the episodes or the seasons. And they could bust them out if that's what they wanted to do, but they've habitually come back and they've protected them. And I just want to kind of pull the coattails on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment down below. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. Or if you just want to say hey, go ahead and drop that hey, and I'll say hey back. All right? I'm James. This has been My Take on Reality, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like